How much faith do you have in Golden State?
They're playing good basketball. I mean, to the point where I think all of us were surprised when they lost that game recently that kind of knocked them into the 10th seed. Look, I will admit this, and I said last week, I think I put them in that group of teams, but it's a tight group.
Some people
and they're
would
all
say you
similar
cursed them because it fell apart.
To the Western Conference Finals, that possibility. That's their ceiling. I just got to be honest. They're going to have a tough time just getting into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because now they'll beat Sacramento. I'd be surprised if they lose. Because, look, I might think differently if Malik Monk were playing and Kevin Huerter. The Kings have not been the same. Those two are out. They've been 4-7 down the stretch. So I just think Golden State's going to beat them. Now, New Orleans, I mean, assuming they lose to the Lakers, it's not going to be an easy matchup. So I'm just saying, to win 2 games like that, you never know. Once they get there, then you've got
rested OKC.
Yeah. Now, I think I would pick them. I think I picked them over OKC.
Oh, I would not.
I think I picked them over OKC.
Wow. With this show just keeps
And then they'd have the Clippers.
No, or the Mavericks.
We're so far down.
It's a long way to go. I'll just say this: they are playing really good basketball.
They
got the 4th best record since the All-Star game. I know people. I keep throwing these out, but that's how well they've been playing.
I agree that over the last couple months they've played really good basketball. I hate this last week. So they beat the Lakers, and credit to them. It was the next game, and it got lost in the shuffle. But you are playing a Blazers team that had lost 12 of 14, and the 2 wins, they beat them.
But they sat.
Well, Steph played 37 minutes in that game.
They sat a couple of other players.
But
Draymond.
Right, but hold on. Right, because you're confident that, let me give the context here. You have a back-to-back. You have the 8 seed in your hand as long as you take care of business. You're playing a Blazers team that does not want to win games, that has won twice in the last month, and it was against Charlotte and Washington. And those 2 games, the only reason someone wins is because someone has to. And
Scoot's playing his best ball of the season.
Yes, which is a low bar.
And a nod to you.
I understand.
But he actually has played well the last month and a half.
And it's tied with 6 minutes left. And Steph, who Steve Kerr desperately doesn't want to put heavy minutes on. In Game 80, on the first night of a back-to-back, plays 37 minutes, they win. The next night, you play New Orleans, who you could potentially have to play after beating Sacramento if you do that, and you lose. You just lose. And so right now, do I think Steph seems exhausted? Steph's attempted game winner against New Orleans was a guy who had carried a very heavy load and was taking a prayer shot. Do I think?
Yeah, but you act like he's a running back. Like you think that he's like totally worn out. Like,
and they've actually been
wild. But he was crying on the court, and Steve Kerr said he's carried the franchise for 15 years.
But they've played well as his production has diminished.
No, I agree. My point is this: I do not think they are making the playoffs. Drew's right that the Kings have not played well. The injuries, so you lose your 5th and 6th best players. I think they're going to lose one of these 2. I'm not sure. We'll talk more about the actual playing games tomorrow.
That's a big step. That means they're done, right?
Yes.
The Warriors is
right. I think the only thing that keeps them together is a deep run.
Correct. And I think that
at least
there is. And I'm not. Maybe Rick, our great director, maybe we can bring the beam back for a day.
Let's not go that far.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. And I spent the weekend, as did you guys, with a lot of people from Sacramento. The environment in that arena tomorrow night, where you asked my dear cousin Pee Wee about the Kings-Warriors rivalry.
Yeah.
And what did he say? He's like, we can't really say anything because they're just so like.
Loves Brock Purdy, though.
Right. He does. He does love Brock Purdy. But they would have an opportunity for the final game Steph, Clay, and Draymond ever play together, potentially, to be a loss to them in their building.
But they've seen that building.
Okay.
Last year you were singing
last
that same
year,
old
and
song,
last
and the
year,
Warriors were terrible.
And last year it took a 50-point Steph game in order to escape a Game 7. I'm just saying, I think that I have no faith in the Warriors. My faith level has stayed the same. There's a reason they've always been a 0%er on title pie. I have no faith in the Warriors.
I asked Josh to make an optimistic Warriors graphic. It's not Kings specific. It's just their ranks of the season. the shocking part is they're the best rebounding team
in the league.
In the league, they obviously take a bunch of threes.
A lot of long rebounds, with the threes.
I don't know. I'm starting to believe in the Warriors again.
This is the worst time
it's
possible
just a
to
tough.
believe in
I just believe in them. Steve Kerr's like believing us.
If they make it to the playoffs, like I said, I'm taking them in OKC. I'm taking them against OKC.
I hope they do, so OKC can dust them, and you have to put some respect on OKC's name.
Me?
Thunder fans, I've got your back, even though I haven't really all year.
Okay,
but
we'll
right
get the
now I
beam.
do.
Rick, start working on that beam. Rick
Yeah,
had to go
we
to
need
Home
the beam
Depot.
for tomorrow.
Mavs Clippers meet again. 2020 Clippers won. 2021 Clippers won.
Yep.
Lucas cooked though 33-9-9 in the postseason against the Clippers. Brew, how confident are you in your Clippers?
Look, this is just the truth.
Okay.
All right? I have to say it. You can poo-poo it. You can get mad at me all you want.
Don't poo-poo it.
If Kawhi Leonard is healthy, then I've got a lot of confidence.
Sure.
All right? I've got a lot. And I just was in contact with somebody in the know. They said the Clippers are concerned. They said there's a lot of swelling in the knee. He hasn't
I'm
practiced.
not in the know, and I would say.
Well, but the Clippers
You could have texted me the same.
They've been saying they're not concerned. I'm just saying.
Obviously.
All right?
Kawhi Leonard's on the team, and he's sitting out.
Here's the thing: they don't always tell the truth, or ever tell the truth when it comes to Kawhi.
I don't know that he
Remember
tells
in
the truth.
2021? Oh, it's
Yeah.
just a little thing,
Yeah.
and then he has torn ACL.
Skip knew he had a torn ACL
Yeah,
before Ty
exactly.
Lue did, guys. He's not very forthcoming about
I
these
don't know
things.
if it's him or whatever,
Okay.
but yeah, in 20 and then last year, of course, the meniscus. So if Kawhi's out, obviously, I think Dallas will beat them.
Yes.
All right, because I like Dallas. Luka's my MVP. I like Dallas a lot. Their defense, since they put in Gafford and P.J.
Classic
Washington and Derrick Jones Jr., like, the defense has been among the best in the league.
Yes.
All right, and then obviously you got the two dynamite scores. So I like Dallas a lot, but if the Clippers are healthy, I got them winning that.
Okay, Luka has never played the Clippers in a fair fight. Every year he's played them. By the way,
I do think they're better, and I think the Clippers are better. I think both teams are better than their past
that's
matchups.
fair. But Luka has played the Clippers in 2 series. Kawhi and Paul George have been healthy the entirety of both of those series. Luka got his ankle stepped on by Marcus Morris, if you remember, in the middle of one. Didn't matter. Let's see his numbers. Luka in 2 series with Kawhi and Paul George when he's 21 and 22. 5 40-point games. By the way, Luka has 8 career playoff 40-point games, which is 13th all-time, 1 less than Kareem, who played 20 years. What I'm here to tell you is that the Clippers theoretically are a team built better than any team possible to slow down Luka Doncic, and instead he lights them on fire. In his 4th career playoff game ever against those guys, he had 43, 17, and 13 with a game-winning 3 at the buzzer with Kawhi Leonard or Paul George, I don't remember which, in his face. So I think that you have reason to be confident in the Clippers when Kawhi's healthy in almost any other matchup. I think this is the worst.
So even with a healthy Kawhi, they've got no chance?
No.
They got to remember who was coaching them back then, with all due respect. I'm taking Ty Lue over Doc Rivers.
No, I of course am as well. I agree with you, and I think Ty is a great coach. I think the Mavs have, for 2 months, arguably been the best team in the league. They've been playing well. Some people, our MVP, Bruce is the only one who has vote counts on that one, but I feel like I want to associate. And Kyrie, who I have been a vocal critic of because of the stuff the baggage he brings with him, has checked that bag and just been balling. And so I don't think this is the matchup. They were kind of locked into it for like a week, it seemed like, because you couldn't move up, then we're going to move down. So I think the Clippers, if the Clippers were to beat Dallas, I would say you should be very confident. I don't think they can beat Dallas in a series. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.